Okay, so I hope that you all have the mobile app, okay, and you all have downloaded that as well, and you are all completing the assignments. So multiple questions I am getting from you guys that where to actually upload those assignments. So what you need to do, I will take a class on GitHub on Monday, okay, and after that you need to create account on GitHub and then upload in your personal accounts and just share me the URLs and I will share you the form, and using that form you can share that URL. Don't send me your URL personally because everybody is sharing personally. I will miss the links of some people, right? Because I get many messages in a day, so it's hard to collect them in a face. So I will send you a form and just send me the URL or links over there, okay? Whatever you assignments you are doing daily basis, just write their topic name and I will send you the form. There will be your name, topic name, email ID, WhatsApp number, and then URL of the assignment, okay? Then I will directly open that and I will see what you have done, okay? If I feel that you need some corrections, so I will mark out them as well, but don't ask regular basis that where to upload. Just keep it with yourself. At least there should be 15 to 20 assignments because only one or two of you are submitting assignments as of now. So this weekend is coming, complete all of your assignments and then submit it to your GitHub URLs. Just upload there. I will take a session on Monday, okay? So you don't need to worry about the GitHub as well. So but be ready for that because next weekend I will be checking all your assignments, okay? So if I feel that you need some corrections, I will mark them out as well, okay? So this is for your assignments, and the next thing is the last session I left you in some point. If anybody has tried for that, that's okay. Not try for that, that's not okay, okay? Because whatever I left you there, actually there was a learning, right? You will be getting array index out of bound exception, and if you are getting and fixing that, then array concept is over. Nothing new which is coming. If there is coming something new, you can browse it in Google and learn it. But basic concept if you know, then only you can do this. If you missing basic concepts, then you will not able to explore yourself, okay? So whosoever is tried, that's very good. Whosoever is not tried, that's not good, okay? Because if you are trying to learn thing, then you have to practice. Just attending session is not sufficient. Tomorrow same queries will be coming and that will be really hectic, okay? So that's why if you want to be automation tester, be serious. If you are not serious, then just join the session. It's your task daily basis and complete that, okay? So because why I said this, because I am getting only one or two people assignment, okay? And this is not only in this batch, every batch only 3 or 4 people are there who joined on time, all the classes on time, and of course they complete their assignments. Only 3 people, 3 4 people are in every batch, okay? So same in your batch as well, okay? So I am recording this session, and from today onwards all the links will be not public. So links will be given in mobile app only. So whosoever have mobile app will only able to see the recording, okay? So you have to go to there, okay? And you can share your recordings from links from the mobile app. Just that's YouTube embedded over there, nothing new, okay? So this is actually last class where I left you. I will share my screen first. Array assignments will be coming tonight, okay? So all array assignments should be done don't miss any. Okay, so this is actually where I left you in last session. Therefore, multi-dimensional array. Okay, and let me run this. I actually now who is coming. So here last session here I have done this j less than 3. Okay, and here 3 is 3. Okay, let me run this. See, every third value is 0 here. Every third value is, see, this and this. Because see, what it means that array of size 3. Okay, there is a size 3 array, and inside that array there is another size 3 array. Okay, so this means that 3 size array, inside array there is another array of size 3, but actually array is size 3, outer array is of size 3. You can see 1, 2, 3, but inner array is of size 2 only. I hope you get what I said. I have already a debugger here, just run as debugger. Oh, let's remove this. Debugger. See, this is array of size 3 outer. If I run this line, you can see, if I explore this, you can see internal array of size 3 is declared. Okay, I am, and this is outer array. Okay, and inside outer array you can see 3 size array is there. Of course I have declared 3 size array. Okay, but inside inner array how many values are there? 3, but I am passing only 2. Okay, that's why third value is 0. Just let me run it quickly, step by step. First value filled, second value filled, and third value filled for which array? Third value is actually filled for second array, and inside second array you can see 0 1 and 1 1, right? Means index 0, this is 1 0, right? 1 means this first array. Okay, and 0 means value inside this first array. Okay, then 1 means this first array, and then 1 means second value inside this first array. Let me run it. Then it will come to second array. Second means third array, actually index 0 1 2, so it's third array. Okay, you can see this is your third array, and 0 means value inside this third array. Okay, and just like this second array, and second value means first, if 1 is written over here means second value. Okay, so you can see. Okay, but nobody is actually talking about this third value which is being left. What is this? This means I have not declared any data for it. Okay, if you want to declare id 0 timely coming, id 02, and then you can declare anything. Sorry, actually spelling mistake. Okay, so here I will close this and run it again. You can see, run this again and debugger mode, but nobody answered me over there, just took that lightly. See, declared, and this is third value, right? And previously it was 0. So this is your array concept. If you are taking it lightly, maybe tomorrow you will learn by watching videos, maybe you clear your concept, but you have to clear at the time of you are working in your project and facing errors and index out of bound. That's not good. Okay, anybody expects your concept should be clear. Okay, now why, now you understand. Okay, I'll come to new topic, means array which is declaring values at the time of declaration. Any doubt is coming, you can ask me later on as well, not restrict to this class only. Just ping your question in that telegram group that is created only for your doubts, otherwise there is no mean of keeping that. Okay, now values assign array name, I am giving anything. And okay, now see, I will declare an array, and at the time of declare I will assign the values. I will not like keep it like 0 and int id is equal to and declare array, and suppose I am employee id, I am passing here 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. Okay, now if I want to access this third value, how can I access this? I will use this emp id and okay, okay, good, it will be 2. Okay, and if I will run this, what output I will get? 103. Okay, let me put a debugger here and one over here and just debug as Java application. Let me close it again, debug as Java application. Run this line, and this is your array name emp id. Double click on it and you can see values are already filled. Okay, everything is same there. You filled your own values, and here you actually already declared, means if values are static, values are not keep changing, then you can use this variable as well. Because what happens over there are always chances to manipulate the values. If you don't want to manipulate them, you can use this. Okay, both are working, otherwise both working are same. Okay, so this, now see how many values here, 5. Okay, either you are using that array or this, whatever way you are declaring the array doesn't matter. But if you want to get the size, there is a method length. Okay, empid dot length. What this will return you, sorry, what this will return you, size of the array. Okay, let me use inside the int size is equal to empid dot length. Okay, so it will return the size of the, okay. Now I'll write a program to search whether a element is present inside your array or not quickly, and just please tell me the logic. Write a program to find value is present or not. What you need to do, just terminate this after using the debugger, otherwise it will disturbing you. Okay, so here what value you want to find, suppose I want to find int value, suppose 107. Okay, and I will run my loop int I is equal to 0, because I am working for array, so array index starts from 0. I is less than, here I don't need to write 5. Instead of this 5, I can write array dot size as well, length, sorry, here, because you will be not knowing the size of array otherwise. Okay, here you know because you can see your code, but you have to say something. Okay, so here just use the empid dot length. Okay, what does it mean, what it will return you, it will return you the length. So length is what, 5. Okay, you can check this out, just use here this out and empid dot length. Okay, and just run this program. You can see 5, it is returning you what, 5, whatever the length is. Tomorrow if I remove one value here, what it will be returning, 4. Okay, so this is how it works. So instead of using less than 5, I am using empid dot length. Okay, and inside this array I have to search a value. Okay, so if what value I have to search, this value is equal to suppose 10, 7. Okay, if value is equal to, means is 107. What does it mean? 107, because this is storing 107 inside it. If value is equal to empid I, means empid anytime match with this value, means first time I value will be 0. Okay, it will come here empid 0, so it will take this, whether 107 is equal to 101, no, so it will again go to I plus plus. Okay, and then it will check it is less than 5, right, because the length is 5. So yes, I value is 1 now, and it is less than 5. It will come here whether 102 is equal to 107, no. Then next time plus plus 103 is equal to 107, no. Then next time plus plus 104 is equal to 107, no. Then next time 105 is equal to 107, no. So it will come out of the loop. But suppose there will be a 106 and 107 after this. So what? If matches, then same thing. If you have done the prime number assignment, then if matches, then first of all, one thing comes in mind, then don't run your loop further. I have to come out of the loop, but I have to update the flag. Okay, so if you have to update the flag, then declare in flag is equal to 0 and then update here. So you will get to know that you came inside this if, and if you came inside this if part, then there was value which was matched with this value and their inside value inside array, right? So if match, then only come here, then flag will be updated. Okay, then come out of the loop. This break will help you. Okay, because and if you if their break running, of course this went inside this if, right, and the flag was updated to 1, right? If flag will be 1, then value found, otherwise not found. Else not found. So if we still not hands on if else, then see, that's why everything is related to every class, right? So you have to go through with each and every topic. Value not found, because flag will be 1, then of course value will be matched, then only 1. Okay, otherwise flag will be 0. Okay, and then break, and so just run this program, and what will be the output? Value not found, because this 107 is not present inside this array. Suppose instead of this I keep here 103 and run my loop. Value found. Okay, now I will put a debugger here, 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here. Just I want to show the process of each and every step, that's why I put debugger everywhere, right? Right click, debug as Java application. From the starting, pay attention. I will run this system. If my cursor is here, this means if you want to run this system, use this one. Okay, now see, 101, 102, 103, 104 and 105 array is declared. Okay, now flag is equal to 0. Okay, just step over, flag value is 0. Okay, now came in the next line, value is equal to 103. Step over, value is equal to 103. This is declared. Okay, this value variable is you can see everything here. Okay, just step by step I am running and you can see here. Okay, and then it came here. Okay, your value is what? 103. Sorry, value is what? 103. Okay, I value is what? 0. Okay, it has to match with what? Employee ID 0. Employee ID 0 means what? 101. Will it match? No. 10 is not equal to 103. So it will again go for I plus plus. Okay. So I value is currently 0, which will become to 1. Okay. See, I value is what? 1. Okay. Now value is here 103, EMP ID 1. Okay, you can see this 1. So if EMP ID 1, then what value? 102. Okay, so 102 is equal to 103? No. So it will again go here, just one step more. I value is 1. If I run this, what I will be? 10. I value will be 2. Just see here. I value is 2. See, I value 2. Value is 103. Employee ID I value 2 means 0, 1 and 2. So it is 103. Okay. So if 103 is equal to 103, yes. So step this, it came inside the part. And flag value is what? 1. Undeclared 0, but when it came inside it, flag value is what? 1. See, currently is 0. If I run this line, this flag value will be 1. Okay, flag value is 1 and then it find break. Loop has still opportunity to run. 2 steps remaining, size is 5. Loop has still opportunity to run. But see, once it find the break, if I'll step, it came out of the loop. Unnecessarily why run your loop? If your task is over, then just come out of the loop. See, if I do give you a assignment, just complete this, and I say you have 2 days, and you complete that assignment in 15 minutes. Will you do it again and again? Just your learning is one time sufficient. Practice is something different. But if you have completed your task, why do you stay there? Just wasting time and money, proportional to money. Okay, that's why similarly here. If keep running, tomorrow there will be thousands of for loop will be used inside your project, and you have not optimized your code, and then your system performance is slow. Okay, so that's why every code should be optimized as well. Okay, once you will practice. Yeah, someone is asking something. You are saying that you can write a print statement directly. I am very sure that you have not gone through with the what assignment, prime number assignment. Yeah. If you have done this assignment, this question was your answer today. You will not have to ask. See, guys, don't mind, but I am very. What I did, 1 year I spent for making the assignments. Just complete that assignment, prime number assignment, and then you will get your doubt over. Still, then ask me. Okay, everybody. So whatever I have given assignments, see here I will answer you, but I will not make you understand. If you complete this assignment, then you will not ask this question. Okay, and I know that there will be some doubts remaining every time, but you assignments are your answers. Okay, if that will be coming after assignment, then this question was welcome. Still, I will tell you here what if I use this flag here. Okay, suppose I have some repeated tasks. Okay, instead of this 101, uh, here 103 is the value. Suppose there is one more 103 and then 108, then 103, and I wanted to say that count me how many 103 are appearing. And if you are printing the system means statement here, then this message was printed 3 times, and you have to count only once and then print. What I said, did you get it? Means you, I said that tell me how many, how much times this 103 is appearing. Okay, then what is your task? As much time it comes to this for loop, just make it plus plus. Okay, so see, if just here declare a variable int count. Okay, is equal to initially 0, and then I will not use this break because then I have to go till last. I don't want to come out because doesn't matter appearing again and again matching the value. I have to count how many times it's appearing. Okay, so then every time count plus plus. Instead of this flag I don't need to use this flag. Okay, now run this program. Then here you need to just print the count. And instead of this flag, let's logic is written in this way. So just use this. See 3 times. So 103 is appearing 3 times. Okay. Now what I will do, I will just use this system.out.println here, as he said, or maybe above or below, anywhere you can put this line, and just see 1 1 1 2 3, then 3. This 3 is actually printing for this statement. Just remove this. Just run this 1 2 3, right? 3 times this system.out.println statement was printed. I want to print only once. I just want to know how many times this 103 is appearing. So if you complete your assignments, these simple doubts will not be coming. Concept will be more clear. Sitting here, I cannot actually make it here. Yeah. Even I covered that in my one of your live class as well. Yeah, but there it will be present, of course. You have attended all the sessions. So just watch that video and then come. This is not a concept actually. Uh, this is this is a this is normal logic that you have to apply, and sometimes you have to put your own logics as well. This I am telling you here you just for practice, but there may be other ways as well. Not only flag to to update the values. Okay, boolean values you can apply here. Data types boolean. It's true or false. Then that you can use here. Anything you can use. I am using here 0 and 1 toggle value as a toggle value. You can use true or false in boolean as a toggle value. Okay. This no, not for repeating values. It's for C. I have a condition for else. In that case, either that or this, right? Then I can use flag for toggle values. Means if 1 is there, then value was found. If 0 is there, value was not found. Okay. So that situation I can use this flag. There may be three different situations. Here only two situations. That if value will be found or not found. Okay. So 0 or 1. If there are three situations 0, 1, 2, if there are four situations then 0, 1, 2, 4. This is logic that I am putting over here. Got it? See what basic first complete all the basic assignment Durga. Means there will be more than 10 assignments in this first part, right? Just complete first basic assignments, then step by step you complete your assignments, you will understand this. This is not any concept, this is logic, and I am using here this logic for my convenience because I want to understand whether this will go inside this part or not. If this went inside this if part, then something I have to know. How I will know that this actually gone to this if part? Then something if I need to consider here that if inside this if part it has went, then something information I need to pass on from here. I will collect that information, compare that information. If that information is changed, then that only if will be responsible for changing that information, and that is flag value 0. And if the flag value 1, then inside this whole program only this if part can change this flag. So if this went inside this if part, then of course the value will be found because I am matching the value. If value will be matched, then only it will come to this if part and update the value. And if it updates the value, then only this if can update the value because the flag value is equal to 1 written only inside this if part. Okay, so this if I will compare my value that if flag is equal to 1, how can it be 1? Only by just going here. Okay, I have declared 0. If it is 1, then of course it went inside this if part because value will be matched, condition will be true, then only go here. Then of course the you have to give here message value found. This is logic, Durga. This is not any concept. I can use here boolean true or false as well. Make it boolean here, boolean false. Okay, and you can check here. Sorry, I make here. What is this? Yeah, yeah. So int value, just make it 1 as of now, and then no, no. If value is equal to, then here I don't need to change. Here I need to value 1, okay, and here I need to use, oh yeah, I need to update my flag, right? Value 1. Many things are changed, and then flag, instead of this value, here I have to use flag, okay, but here if I have written nothing worry, value is equal to uh, declare false, then here too, okay. So now this is another logic. If went inside, then true. Yeah, of course, here as well, inside this if part as well, okay. Okay, so same way you can do everything, means if found, then came inside, then match the value. So this is simple logic that I have applied, okay, nothing new means. And see, this you will learn only by practice. I can give you assignments, you will have doubts, I can clear you. If you not do practice, then such doubts will be keep coming. Okay, so just there, that's for assignment for practice to clear your doubts. Got it? Okay, so this is the actually arrays and the logics. Okay, more than 5 or 7 assignments you will be getting in array. Okay, from Monday I'll be starting oops concept, and then Monday I'll be also taking some part of the session for the GitHub, and then I will give you assignments on and that form, and just fill that form, share your assignments. Okay, this is for today.